Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The Milwaukee Brewers, a perfect 6-0 against the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 2025 season. The first team to complete a season sweep of the Dodgers in 6 games or more since 2006. Plenty other fun facts for you here for the Milwaukee Brewers, who enter play today, visiting the Seattle Mariners tonight as their West Coast road trip continues. 8:40 first pitch. 59-40. That is tied with the Chicago Cubs for the top spot in the National League Central Division standings and for the best record in the National League. And until the Detroit Tigers won on Sunday Night Baseball last night, the Brewers were tied for the best record in all of baseball. They're a half game back of the Tigers now for that mark. Brewers, Mariners tonight, 8:40 first pitch. Pre-game coverage starts just after 8 o'clock right here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Milwaukee's won 10 straight games.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be as almost to the point of Ruth?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Monday edition. We'll still have time for all the stream of consciousness. I don't want to call it nonsense, because it's not nonsense. It's great stuff. We'll still have time for whatever you want to call it. But as the late, great Kevin Green said, it is time. As training camp is upon us, it kicks off on Wednesday. Rookies, quarterbacks, injured players coming off injuries already reported on Friday. Everyone else reports tomorrow. And they'll be on the practice field on Wednesday. Edition of Wilde. Wow, I got all choked up. Of Wilde and Tausch. Very emotional.
All right.
I am. I'll be okay. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Facebook, YouTube, but evidently not Twitter today. A little bit of a glitch. So we'll be back on there sometime. And, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all redesigned, all free, and all customizable, so you can move Wilde and Tausch into position numero uno where it belongs. The ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Android and Apple app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay, where training camp is, you can feel it in the air. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios and from his undisclosed location. He's the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tausch. Tausch, good morning. Can you feel it?
So I can, but I have to tell you, and I'm going to be curious. I don't know if we're going to poll this or if I just want input, because we are a Packer dominant show. There is no doubt about it.
But the Brewers have
You've
won 10 in a
covered.
row.
I played. Jesse went to the Vikings for 3 years and the Jets and stopped caring about the Packers for an extended period of time in the early 2010s.
So unnecessary.
But we are a Packer dominant show.
But fair.
But just like in Frozen, for the first time really in forever, as this show was going, and it is July 21st, and we're getting ready for Dream Drive, and we're getting ready for Elton Jenkins. He's going to play. I'm still really intrigued by all that. But for the first time in the 9 years we've been doing this show, I think I'm more intrigued by a certain baseball team and what they're doing than with where the Green Bay Packers are as we sit here today. Now, that can change, obviously, when training camp opens. But am I crazy to think the Brewers are ruling the roost right now in the Wisconsin sports landscape? Is that crazy to say as they're sitting here on the 21st of July?
So the first time in the history of this show, they played a Game 7 of the NLCS to go to the World Series in 2018.
Jason, I'm talking about right now at this point in the baseball season. Obviously, playoff baseball is awesome. We all know that. In the heart of summer, when football is getting started, we got Badgers camp opening in, I think, early August. We got Packers camp starting. And that is where my mind is always football. Like that's where I always, when it becomes this show. And I'm saying, and I've told you this, you just don't listen, or you just refuse
there's no need to be belligerent here. I'm
not going to be belligerent.
They were a game away from the World Series during this show.
All I'm saying is, and I've said this now really since June, this is the most intrigued I've been by this club in the time we've been doing the show. And I think a lot of it is the Miz. I think a lot of it is just where they're at and what they've been doing and how they're playing. I don't know if part of it is that because I've listened to 100.5 and I get catching more games on air here. I don't know what it is, but all I know is yesterday we were at a, kind of a season-ending cookout and having some Coors Lights.
Was it at midnight?
And we were all enthralled. All of the parents and the kids were watching Kershaw firing his glove and punching the seat in the bench. And there is a buzz about the Milwaukee Brewers that I don't think we've had in quite a while. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because we're so Packer-centric that we've missed the boat in the past. But I just feel like there's something different about this Brewers team than what we've seen in the past. Am I crazy?
So just so I understand this correctly, the Brewers have won 10 in a row. They've swept the Dodgers twice. Yep. So you're more interested than you have ever been before.
In July, yeah.
In the immortal words...
The week that training camp begins. I get what he's saying.
I do too. In the immortal words of the great American orator, and I don't mean Bob Moore, I mean Mark Gerald Tauscher. No blank.
What are you talking about? What do you mean no blank?
They've
Dude, you just gave the open of the show and you didn't mention the Brewers. Dude.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying it, dude. Do you get what I'm saying? A dude?
Come on, dude.
You know what I mean? He throws a dude at me like I'm some dude that doesn't know what they're talking about. Jason, no blank 100%. But my point was, you just went through it.
Thanks for confirming
you're excited,
that part of it,
but you didn't even bring up the Brewers. That's my point.
Well, yeah, I had something in my throat, as you noticed, so I was struggling a little bit. Look, you're totally right. They're 2 wins away from free hamburgers at a local diner, which does not, from my understanding, serve ice cream, but I'll have to check their menu. They are, again, they've won 10 in a row. It's like the money ball, except they got 10 more to go.
It
with
feels
what the A's
different,
did.
but can we agree that this winning streak with the All-Star break, it doesn't feel the same?
No, it
feels
is
like a 3-game winning
They
streak.
haven't lost since July 5th.
Yeah, it's really impressive. It's an impressive run, no doubt. No doubt.
I did want to ask, and again, I have no interest in being the party pooper. In spite of this winning streak, the Cubs have the same record as them, right?
They
so
do?
it's going to be a barn burner, right? I mean, this is as much as you'd love a 10-game winning streak to give you like a 6-game lead in the division. That's not the case. So it's going to be a really interesting run here from July 21st to October. But, yeah, it's awesome. I still can't believe we're in the same season in which someone, who shall remain nameless, questioned the work of the manager.
Yeah, I also, Jason, would like to say this. We do a lot of takes, or at least some of us on the show have a lot of opinions, and we
don't think
sometimes
that was
are right,
necessary.
and sometimes we're wrong.
More necessary than what you
Sometimes
said
we're
about
right,
me.
sometimes we're wrong. I obviously was wrong about the most important number 1 seed, and I've taken a lot of heat, like idiotically, for that, even though I still believe it.
Final
I
Four
believe
Badgers.
I believe it. Well,
Final
there
Four
was
team.
specifications you left
Twice.
out of that. Now the Badgers won. There were specifications. I didn't realize we had to go play a road game in Denver. That whatever. I'm not going to.
How about the year
rehash
before?
that with you guys? The year before, that was just me being excited. If I may.
No, but no.
If I
Before you
may.
restart, by the way, Jesse, that was the gentlest that I have described your take on the manager in a month and a half. Questioned the work of the manager as opposed to the way we've depicted it over and over and over again.
That's the first time it was actually accurately described. Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. All right, please continue. You may.
So I've had a couple of takes that have been wrong. Period. And that's okay.
Indeed.
But I believe that Jesse, and I appreciate that he puts himself out there and does takes. Like, I appreciate that. Jesse, I don't want this to discourage you from doing more of it. But you have now jumped up top the medal stand in the gold medal spot, calling for Pat Murphy to be fired. Rock said you're an idiot. And now Pat Murphy's got the team not only tied for first in the division, but right there with the best record in all of Major League Baseball. And since that time, I believe they're 32-12 since
So,
you made that proclamation.
I've got some numbers for you. For 4 hours last night, they were the best team in baseball. Then the Tigers won on Sunday Night Baseball, so the Tigers have a half-game advantage in the win column over the Brewers. The Tigers are 60-40. The Brewers are 59-40, and the Tigers play the Pirates today. So Brewers probably are not going to catch them in the next day or two. But yes, the Brewers since Sunday, May 25th, Memorial Day Sunday in Pittsburgh.
Was that Pablo's birthday?
I got that one for you in a second. Since May 25th, they are 34-12, which is the best record in baseball. If you go back one Sunday prior, the Saturday evening after a 7-0 shutout home loss cribbage board night to the Minnesota Twins, the greatest giveaway in history of American Family Field. That was the night of Pablo's birthday bash where the entire Pat Murphy conversation start was born. Since that night, the Brewers are 38-15, which they were 4-3 that week. I'm guessing that's still the best record in baseball since that date. I don't know for sure, but 38-15 is pretty doggone good since May 18th, Pablo's birthday bash, when I asked the group, at what point do we need to think about having a conversation about Pat Murphy's job security? 38-15. Best team in the National League. Half game back of the best team in baseball.
All I can say
2 separate 8-game winning streaks.
is thank you for your service. What would we have done? Where would they be without your idiocy?
Somebody needed to light a fire.
Yeah, you were the one to do it. You were the one to do it. So, Tausch, how is this going to change your consumption of Milwaukee Brewers games? If this is the most intrigued you have been in the history of our show as our 9th anniversary and our 10th season kicks off in a few weeks, how will this change your behavior?
Well, it already has. I just am more intrigued to consume more Brewers content than I have. And I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how much of this is Miz related. Obviously, there's a part of it it's Miz. But it just feels, there's just something about it. I don't know. And what I started thinking, obviously passing, I can't remember if it was 2 weeks ago or if it was last week when he joined us.
2 weeks.
And this whole big bat conversation. And I'm starting to wonder, is that what we need, or do we have enough as we sit here? Because there is enough pitching if we want, with some of the guys that we've moved down to AAA. I don't want to go get, who's the dude from Arizona everybody's talking about? He had 4 home runs the last 2 days.
Eugenio Suarez.
I don't want him.
Eugenio Suarez. Yeah.
Very well done,
I don't
Jesse.
want him as I don't think I want him brought in. I don't know now. Are we good enough as we sit here, or is this just a really good hot streak? Because we all know baseball has a way of evening itself out. Like, this streak is great. We're not expecting this to continue, but I have to admit, after they won Friday night, I was driving home Saturday listening to the game, and I kept thinking, the Dodgers are going to get at least 1 and maybe 2 this weekend. And then when they beat them again Saturday night, it's like, all right, well, today's the day. Today is the day that's going to – and it didn't happen again. And then you start just wondering, the Dodgers are the gold standard of baseball right now. Or they were. Or they still are. I don't know however you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm. Not to us, they're not.
And we're better. We're better than they are. 6 games is no fluke, people. 6 games is not a fluke make. So I don't know. When is the trade deadline, Jesse? Is it next week or is it August 1?
The 31st, I believe, is the deadline again this year, July 31st. I'll double check.
So you're looking
to
at
confirm.
10 days to make this decision. And all these other teams have 10 days to figure out, do we want to go grab some of these Brewers young prospects and dump a big bat? They have to make that decision, the Brewers. And as I was listening to Passon last week, or again whenever he was on, I was thinking to myself, let's do it. Let's go. And now I'm starting to think to myself, that's not what we do.
So,
But I also think we want to have these same – I don't want to go into it like we did last year, and I asked the question, why do we not have the same expectations? We're now the best team in baseball as we sit here. Is that going to be how it ends up? I would say probably not. I would still say that there's going to be some teams with better records before the season ends. Hopefully not. But are we now at the point where this Brewers team, it's championship or bust? I remember when we went down to Pella, down in Brookfield a couple weeks ago, talking to Jen, and she's whispering like, hey, can we bring up World Series? And I'm thinking, you should be shouting it from the dang rooftops. Yeah. And so I am really, as I'm sitting here today, I'm conflicted. And I need help. Where are we at? Do we want to make a big move? Do we want to sit here and use a crutch as the economics of baseball? Or do we just say, to hell with it, let's go win a championship? Where are we at?
So, as you correctly stated, this is not a Brewers show. And while you are more invested and intrigued than ever before, and I say this with nothing but love in my heart for you, I don't know who Suarez is, and you kind of know who he is. We didn't really even know his name. So from The Athletic, they have a story about the MLB trade deadline, which is indeed 10 days from today.
5 p.m., July 31st.
Today is July 21st, and Jim Bowden has a piece where he breaks down buyers, sellers, etc. He ranks the buyers in this order, oddly enough, also in the record order.
Rankings, you say?
You can't use this, though. This is baseball rankings, so if you have some baseball
Special
music.
Special.
The Detroit Tigers, the Chicago Cubs, and then at number 3, your Milwaukee Brewers. Now, if I may, as a avid reader on the radio, Jesse, how do I say Suarez's first name again?
Eugenio.
Eugenio. Okay, here we go then. The Brewers are focused on improving the left side of their infield, either at shortstop or third base, with a big impact bat. They are among the teams who could be in play for the Diamondbacks' Eugenio Suarez.
Hey, you.
Hey! Along with the Rockies' Ryan McMahon, and even the Cardinals' Nolan Arenado, who has a full no-trade clause.
Nah.
He's an old Rocky. Arenado's an old Rocky.
They would like an offensive upgrade at shortstop, where Joey Ortiz has struggled, and they've been linked to 2 speedy Marlins infielders, Xavier Edwards and Otto Lopez. So to your point, whether it's
Otto, great palindrome.
Eugenio, Hannah, also a palindrome if you have the H at the end. If they are in the mix for Eugenio, great, but there's a couple more names there on the list. I would say this, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree, but it would appear, based on people that know more about the market than we do, there are some options.
Yep.
And I would argue that when you're in this position, some might say you should swing for the fences.
Oh, God.
As opposed to not. Tausch, your thoughts?
Again, is this in reference to last week's conversation?
No, I don't know why you would refer to that at all. I don't know what you're talking about. No, just felt like a really good pun
you
for
got
baseball.
Really irritated, and people were like, why is Jason so mad about it? And I said, I honestly don't know why Jason got so mad.
Because you don't listen.
Yeah, I think the Brewers have a certain way they do business, and it's obviously worked to the point that we've made the playoffs as much as we have. But I do think it is I think we need to go and get another impact bat. And I don't think it needs to be how old is Suarez, Jesse? What did you say, 36?
Let me check.
Okay, I thought you knew. I'm torn,
34.
Jason. If I'm being 34, I'm torn
Going on
what
36.
the Brewers how they should go about their business on this, because the thing you worry about is you play a little smaller ball. There's not a ton of big power bats. The postseason is typically who can hit the big 2-run homer. The power arms they got. That typically is a great thing, obviously, throughout the regular season, but postseason. And if you don't think the power bat isn't the thing, think about the big dog, the polar bear, and how he ended our season last year. Sitting here, bing, 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 knock it, thinking we got this thing on wrap, and then the polar bear comes up, a boom, and bam, it's over. So I'm going to say yes, let's go for it. It's time. So I'm joining Passon's club. It's time. Let's go for it.
It may also be time for you to get new windows. And what we would say to you is go for it with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And for windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. The Pella Experience Center lets you see it, feel it, open, close. Compare dozens of windows and door options from 7 different Pella lines side by side. Stop by soon, though, because if you order by July 31st, you get 0 interest for up to 5 years. Certain restrictions do apply. Visit the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield or schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Further Brewers discussion, maybe some Packers discussion, perhaps some midnight baseball. You never know what you're going to get on Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tausch here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. As sports fans, we always hope our teams get to prove that they're the best at what they do. But guess who's proven over the last several years that they're a best of Madison car dealership? Oh, you got it. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Zimbrick's service team takes great care of my vehicle anytime I need to bring it in. For tune-ups, battery checks, tire rotations, oil changes, and much more. They'll make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape so you don't get stranded on the side of the road. And of course, if you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, Zimbrick Chevrolet is the perfect place to start your search. Stop by the dealership or even begin the process online at home by logging on to ZimbrickChevrolet.com. There are always great offers to take advantage of each month. View inventory, schedule a service appointment, and learn more about all Zimbrick Chevrolet has to offer. Call or click at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Madison's home of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Lots up top to Giannis. Whoa, what a play!
Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
Underneath it, bump set, left side, powers it down. What a rally, and Wisconsin comes out on top.
And now, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Fly ball to center. It is way back, and it is gone!
This is Madison's new home of the Milwaukee Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Play where the Badgers play and enjoy a round at University Ridge Golf Course, the official course of the University of Wisconsin. It's easy to see why University Ridge is consistently rated one of the best public courses in Wisconsin, winning awards every year since 1992. Whether it's a tournament, corporate event, or just a golf outing with family and friends, University Ridge Golf Course will make sure you have an enjoyable golf experience from start to finish. Book your tee time today at universityridge.com. That's universityridge.com.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Brewers on a 10-game winning streak, a half a game out of the best record in baseball, and Tausch is all in, and he wants Matt Arnold, who he views as one of the faces of Wisconsin sports, to be all in too. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So
I think that's a fair assessment.
So we have a few different polls we can put in the field. One would be more of a feeling poll, right? You said this is the most engaged, most intrigued you've been at this time of the year than you've ever been, at least during the course of our show. Now, again,
yeah, the 9 years we've been doing the show.
When you're playing,
it's 2008. I was in 2011. I was really dialed in.
11, they got hot in July, and it lasted through the end of the year. Yeah.
Was that the year they beat the Diamondbacks, right? And they
got
knocked out.
T-plus year. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
and in 2018, the postseason run, obviously we're all dialed in. I don't remember feeling this way doing the show in July, though, as I do now. I don't remember that.
Correct.
I think it was more ho-hum.
So, have you ever felt, are you like Tausch? This is as engaged and into the Brewers in July as you've been in the last decade. A. B, what are you more interested in right now today on July 21st? Packers training camp starting? Or the Brewers and how hot they are and their World Series chances?
Big dumper tonight.
Oh, Dumper's in town.
No, we're visiting the dumper.
We're in town.
We're in
We're
Dump
out
City.
at the dump store. We're at the dump store. Okay.
And I guess my other question is, which you eloquently put, do you want them to go and swing for the fences / go all in?
I didn't say swing for the fences. You did.
No, I'm pretty sure
know.
I heard you say that. Yeah, because you're big on that. So, would you like to pull all those things? We could be like Homer. He puts in like 12 polls a show, and his show's only an hour.
It's Monday. I almost want to go smorgasbord. Smorgasbord Monday, if we're on board with that.
Are we on smorgasbord with that?
If we're on smorgasbord, because I know that we're going to talk Packers because there's a lot of interesting stuff. But I want to serve our fans. And I do think our fans are eating real good with Brewers slop. I think the slop is there, and they're taking it in.
Do you have better imagery than that?
Give me that.
What do you
slop.
want to put down as?
Well, if they've won 10 in a row and they're eating it, then to go slop was not where I expected you to go. This feels more like a banquet full of delicious courses.
Okay, that's probably better.
Than slop.
That's better.
It's an all-you-can-eat fish fry Friday night of Brewers baseball, and we just want it to keep on coming. No? Okay.
I love a good smorgasbord. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up the phone lines because it is Monday, as Tausch pointed out. And there are people that think we only take calls on Mondays. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That is the carbless talk and text line. Less is more. Look, here's the deal. Tausch is geeked about the Brewers. Training camp is the players, they will have their full team on site tomorrow. And the first practice is Wednesday.
Jason's geeked to be back to work.
Yeah, I do have to do something today that I'm not excited about that I was going to tell you about, but I'll tell you about it later.
Well, why don't you tell us now?
Because it's 9:33, and we want to open up the phone lines because it's Monday.
Okay.
Very responsible.
844-770-3776. It's a Wilde and Tausch smorgasbord. Say that 5 times fast. A smorgasbord. You want to talk about training camp approaching?
If you want to add the Badgers being 12th in the Big Ten Big Ten, well, it's a smorgasbord, Jesse. You don't just give 2 options on a smorgasbord. You got options everywhere on Schmorgie.
And Giannis.
Schmorgie Monday is everything.
Giannis
you want to
do?
talk Giannis?
Schmorgie?
Talk Giannis.
I'm sorry.
You want to talk all that? You can do it. Go for it. You want to talk Wisconsin women's hockey? I'm here. Let's go. Schmorgie Monday, baby. Let's go. Something I want to talk about, and probably not going to be today. If it's Schmorgie Monday, according to Old T, I want the WIAA to fix contact days for high school athletes. Like, this is ridiculous. So that's something else. Put that.
It. What do you mean?
No, put it down on the list, Jesse. Put it on the list. It's broken, and every parent you talk to knows it's broken, and every coach you talk to knows it's broken. Hopefully somebody at the WIAA knows it's broken. Put that on the list. Smorgasbord Monday. Mark Murphy to take over the NFLPA. Put that on your list. Smorgasbord Monday. I got ideas everywhere.
Sounds like we're doing 4 hours today. So Schmorgie,
No, I can only do 3 today.
Schmorgie Monday, me too.
A lot on the plate.
By the way, I'm not sure that coaches all think it's broken. I think coaches are loving the fact they got all kinds of contact days. And
I don't think so, dude.
You know, I could tell you based on the schedule, it would appear that some of them do. Be that as it may.
Let me tell you this. All these coaches that tell you to do 3 sports, this is not helping in that process. I can assure you
it is definitely
of
not.
that.
I couldn't agree with you more. But let's move on.
Smorgasbord Monday.
Schmorgie.
Well, that's a smorgasbord topic. Like, it literally, I want Schmorgie. I want any topic that hits your head, but I'm guessing. Well, I'm not going to even guess. I'm going to let Schmorgie be Schmorgie.
Does it have to be Wisconsin sports? Like, can someone call in with a LeBron
No, because
take?
I'd love to talk Scheffler, too. Is Scheffler the most dominant athlete in all of sports right now? The answer is no, but that is another topic that I think would be interesting. Schmorgie. It's a Schmorgie Monday.
Having one of those Ted Lasso panic attacks right now. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless talk and text line. I feel like we're throwing our smorgasbord of various entrees against the wall and seeing what sticks. But you know what? Happy to do it. Whatever you got, whatever's on your mind. If we don't get any calls, though, I'm going to be muy irritated. Just want to say
Well,
that.
then this will be the end of Schmorgie. Listen, I think people love the idea of saying Schmorgie Monday. And if we don't get calls, Schmorgie Monday dies today before it even rises, which is not where you want to be.
You know who's got an unbelievable smorgasbord?
I do.
You step
the hot
to that,
spot, if you will.
The hot spot, and you see all the different options. You can get a pretzel. You can get mini tacos. You can get a corn dog. You can get a burger. You can get cheeseburgers. You can get chicken sandwiches. You can get chicken wings, and they're all at the hot spot at Quick Trip.
Yeah, and I also love, before I get into all, I love these giveaways that Quick Trip does too.
Oh, okay,
where
good.
if you spend a certain amount, they give you, like, I think right now you can get a dozen eggs. You do a certain amount, you get a dozen eggs. That's in the app I just saw popped up. And, of course, this summer you got the climb. You can get a little cash. Gear up for the Quick Trip Mountain Dew Quick Climb. Every sip gets you closer to the summit. Now through August 17th, play every day for free in the Quick Rewards app. You can score bonus plays with every eligible item you grab. So you grab a Pepsi or a Mountain Dew, boop, more entries. 5,000 every week, and it stacks higher and higher until one player reaches that top prize of $250K. So get climbing now in the Quick Rewards app. And you know what? That's not the only thing going on. You get Quick White Bread, 99 cents a loaf. Nature's Touch ice cream. This is where Old T loves these ones. Buy 1 pint for $3.99, and then boop, you get another one for free. And you get Kitchen Cravings bacon wrap pork loins for $5. We get it. Quick Trip. Your life is busy. Quick Trip gets it. It's your one stop for variety and quality, fast service, gas, free air for your tires, and of course those beautiful clean restrooms. Quick Trip. We'll see you next time.
844-770-3776. 844-770-3776.
The phones are lighting up.
Successful. I want to see Schmorgie Monday be successful. I do.
I do too, although I'd like to see it renamed.
Absolutely not.
What would you rename? What you can't. Radio is about describing and giving you feelings. What would give you more feelings of, hey, the show is yours, where do you want to take it, than Schmorgie Monday? What could possibly encapsulate that more?
I don't. The ring of Schmorgie.
It's perfect.
You could be professional and say Smorgasbord, or you can go Schmorgie Monday.
Okay. Smorgasbord Monday.
Lame.
Your call's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Your first time driving a stick shift. The car, sporty. Your teacher, nervous. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Online Activation Zone, so you can easily shift your direct deposits from your old clunker of a bank to Associated Bank in just a few clicks. You've got this with Activation Zone from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Summer is here, and your taste buds deserve the best. Carbless is perfect for the pool, the lake, or hanging out by the fire. Full of flavor with 0 sugars, only 100 calories, and made with premium spirits. Don't just settle for something overly carbonated and those flavorless seltzers. Carbless has full flavor with every sip, not just a hint. So when you're ready to take a drink and ready to chill, Carbless is clean, crisp, and won't leave you feeling bloated. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Summer is heating up, and so are the prizes at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. On Friday, July 25th, 38 winners will take home a combination of cash and rewards play in our Kabooming Riches promotion. We're talking a total of $81,000 in total prizes. 2 winners will be selected every half hour starting at noon and going until 9 p.m. And the prizes get bigger and bigger as the day goes on. Kaboom! We're bursting with prizes at
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
This update sponsored by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you.
Don't miss an extra special Bryce Terang Platinum Glove Brewers bobblehead giveaway on July 26th. Courtesy of Wintrust, Wisconsin's Bank. The first 25,000 fans through the gates will collect the bobble. Get your seats now at brewers.com/giveaways.
Join UW Credit Union at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA.
ESPN Madison is proud to partner with Mentoring Positives for our 3rd annual ESPN Madison Open. Mentoring Positives is a nonprofit based right here in Madison and is dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. As a trusted presence in the community, Mentoring Positives has been helping young people build confidence, leadership, and purpose for 20 years. They're changing lives right here in our community. Visit mentoringpositives.org to make your impact today. That's mentoringpositives.org.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
The Miz, and nobody beats Schmorgie Monday. Now, I do, before we get to calls, a couple quick questions. One, like when the football season starts, we can't do Schmorgie Monday.
No. This is a July
We could do like
deal.
a Schmorgie Tuesday, and we could get, what places have, where can I still find a smorgasbord?
That's a good question.
Golden Corral, right? They're like that's their
more,
deal.
But I mean, is a smorgasbord, in your opinion, a buffet? Is that how you look at it?
Well, again, I don't. It's a very old school word that I remember from my youth, but I have not seen a lot of since.
I would
I see
say
charcuterie more than I see smorgasbord.
Very popular.
At the Dane County Fair the other day, like there was a smorgasbord of options for you to choose from. They had all the traditional fair classics and then some that you could pick from to eat. So I'd describe that as a smorgasbord, although it wasn't all you can eat or all encompassing.
Sure.
Okay, let's go to the phones.
Supper clubs up north have good salad bar smorgasbords.
All right, I think we're stretching the definition of smorgasbord, but the call center has lit up. So let's go to some of those calls. Let's start in Middleton with Justin, and Jesse is now giving us what area of the Schmorgie each caller has selected.
I like that.
Justin is in the Brewers portion of the Schmorgie. Good morning, Justin. How are you today?
Good morning. Doing well, gentlemen. And I think going forward, I work in lawn care, so I'm in different places. So I'm going to see Justin from wherever I'm at. So currently I'm in Janesville. And so I got two quick Brewers points, and then a question for Jason. So I think an underrated, aspect about this Brewers team, I think, and maybe not necessarily underrated, but how well-rounded our pitching staff is. We got an incredibly well-rounded pitching staff, starting pitching staff, and then Robert Gosser has been on the 60-day DL, and he is working his way back, as well as Nestor Cortez. Some of those guys might end up in the bullpen, but they have proven that they can pitch. And so that's my first Brewers point. My second Brewers point is I was thinking as I was driving, listening to the game, driving back from Superior and swimming in Lake Superior, and they were doing a Uke story. Is Uke the most beloved sports figure in Wisconsin sports? So I think that might be a segment topic. I was thinking about that as I was getting emotional listening to a story about him. So I'll give you guys a chance to answer after I ask Jason a question. And my question for you, Jason, is do you know what has more lives than a cat?
7 cats?
No, a frog. It croaks every day.
Justin, what's your
I like that. Is this something we add into Schmorgie Monday? You throw a joke at the end of Schmorgie? I'm on board
dad
with
joke.
that.
I love a good dad joke. Thanks, Justin, for the call. We appreciate it. The inaugural Schmorgie Monday call with the Brewers question or point, the Euchre story, which every time I see someone doing a tribute, whether it was Freddie Peralta at the All-Star game or elsewhere, it gets you a little bit verklempt. And I love a good dad joke. There's no doubt about that. I brought up Robert Gasser a few weeks ago when the Miz was just starting to take off, because there was nothing close to what we're seeing with the Miz now. But there was some excitement about him last year, too, and then he obviously had the Tommy John surgery. Tausch, do you have any apprehension about giving up assets to add in the short term?
I do, but when I start looking at this, where have the Brewers, I think you could say Trent Grisham, but who Milwaukee ended up getting back, I think this is one of those cases where we had a big-time trust in David Stearns. I think Matt Arnold has earned the right to have even that same amount of trust, if not more. So I think if he feels like the price is going to be too high for whatever the guy's name is in Arizona, Jesse?
Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio.
Tough name. If the price is too much, the Brewers know who they are. They know that they're going to lose guys that you have to pay. They know that this lifeblood of this organization is in their development of young players. And where I thought this weekend really showed, and I think to Justin's first point, was the pitching. You just felt like if you got to the Dodgers bullpen, you were going to beat them. I don't think anybody feels that way going, and I know this whole, you've thrown how many pitches over 100 miles an hour. It just doesn't matter who the Brewers seem to bring in, 7th, 8th, 9th, it doesn't matter who they bring in. They're throwing gas, and they get out. And I don't know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have studied the Mets and the Dodgers bullpens, but you just watch the games this weekend, and outside of Ohtani just being a beast and doing Ohtani things, you get guys out, you find a way, and the Brewers' pitching staff, dare I say, is stacked. And that's where I think you maybe have a little leeway to maybe make a decision based on that fact that you're stacked, and that if that can help you lead to a bat without giving up any of your young prospects that you love, maybe this is the time, and that's why I think it's the right time to make that big play.
All right, we'll get to more of our Schmorgie Monday calls, 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. So if you're on hold, stay there. We'll get to you after. And imagine my surprise when I get an email from UW Credit Union, and I'm scrolling through it. It's about the perks that they have at UW Credit Union.
Oh, yeah.
And lo and behold, there's this smiling jackwagon about halfway down the page. And it's Mark Tauscher.
Well,
and I clicked on that.
Perks.
I read all about it. It's a good little thing. And
Early
what a great
payday.
partner.
There's a smorgasbord of great perks that UW Credit Union has to offer. And for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you, proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. I think that's as long as Jason's been a member. They will help you reach your financial goals. And why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, I love local banking, love that member for service, and I love a good perk. No question, Kendrick Perkins and all these other Perkins. But honestly, between us, I love Bucky. How do you say no to that face? If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things, but this makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions to apply.
We'll get to more of your calls on a Schmorgie Monday. Woohoo! Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. A hungry returner. Wisconsin basketball gearing up for the season already. Take note on John Blackwell, who put his NBA Draft Combine takeaways into action. Greg Gard pointing out the noticeable differences to media, audio courtesy Badger Athletics.
Yeah, I think the confidence level going into year 3, across the kind of halftime of his career, you can see he's bigger physically, he's leaner, he's really trimmed up, he's cut in some areas that he didn't have the definition in before. And he's come with a more dominant mentality. He has ability to take over and really dominate games.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Hey, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network, and I've got a question for you. Is your home ready to shine this season? Whether it's roofing, siding, or windows, Ridgetop Exteriors is the name you can trust. For over 20 years, Ridgetop Exteriors has been Wisconsin's favorite for roofing, and they bring that same expertise to siding and windows. Imagine vibrant, low-maintenance siding and energy-efficient windows that brighten your home while cutting energy costs. Ridgetop Exteriors holds all expert-level installation credentials with the leading manufacturers, including Pella, James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding, and LP Smart Side Engineered Wood Siding. With thousands of 5-star reviews and a commitment to excellence, they're the clear choice for home improvement needs. Plus, consultations and estimates are always free, so there's no reason to wait. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com to schedule your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, putting customers first every time.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I'm not afraid of getting old, and I will less day from dying young. I see the light go past my shoulder, I will less day from dying young, and I'm not afraid of getting old.
Schmorgie Monday on Wilde and Tausch. Let's get some more of your calls. 844-770-3776. Let's go to Waukesha County, where Bob is embracing Schmorgie Monday's ethos. And he's got not one, not two, but 3 topics that he'd like to get to. So with that, I turn it over to Bob. Hi, Bob.
Good morning. First of all, thank you, Mr. Tauscher, for always being a Badger. As someone who participated in a non-big-time sport at UW in the late 70s and watched John Jardine coach Mike Kalasmicki, it's all good. You talk Badgers all you want, anytime. Secondly, You should talk Milwaukee Brewers all you want today. I don't care about anything else right now. Feel free. Just go Brewers today. Tomorrow, opening training camp. All three of my grandchildren, all three of my children, 9 grandchildren, have always been at opening training camp in Green Bay ever since, well, Lynn Dickey and the rest of them. You just talk Packers tomorrow. But today, hopefully, just enjoy the Brewers. And once again, thank you, Mr. Tauscher. And if you want a smorgasbord for real, go to Stoughton, Wisconsin, or Westby, Wisconsin, for a Set and Demai festival. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
Have a great day.
Love a good Set and Demai fest. I don't know if you know this, Jason, but I was the Grand Marshal of the Set and Demai.
I do. I remember that, and I believe they called you Mr. Tauscher too. I thank you for your service to the Badgers. I don't want to put you on the spot, but since he wanted to thank you for being a Badger,
sure,
and always representing the university. Here's our smorgasbord question, since Bob didn't really have one. How do you feel about the Badgers being picked 12th in the Big Ten? How many teams are in the Big Ten now?
I think there's 18, right?
Okay, so
there are 18 in the Big Ten. Yes,
closer to the bottom than they are to the top.
Of Badger football.
I am going to speak as an alumni here. I think this is eye-opening. I believe that when you look at how last season played out, this is about where we should be. Why would I sit here as an alumni, not as an analyst? As an alumni, why would we say anything different? We lost to Iowa. We lost to Nebraska. I don't even know what schools are in front of us. I didn't look at it that closely. But that's where we're at. So if I am Luke Fickell and I'm a player on this team, I am saying, good. Well, I get a chance to go out and prove you all idiots don't know anything. You know what, Greg Gard? His teams are always, they're picked 9th. You know what they end up doing? 2nd, 3rd, win it, blah, blah, blah. So the odds are, and you can look at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. I don't know if they do college, so I'm not going to speak for that right now. Jesse would know. Las Vegas, whatever it might be. The Wisconsin Badgers projections right now this season, I don't think they have them winning 6 games. I think that's where all of these folks that put these projections into the world, that's where they're at. And if that's where they're at with how they put it, that's about where you're going to finish, is 12th, 13th. So this should be one of those deals where, hey, man, nobody thinks anything of us. Let's go shock the blank and blank. And that's where this team, I think, chip on your shoulder. There should be boulders on your shoulder when you see this. And by the way, I don't think, again, as an alumni, I think it's fair because that's, you project and you look at what they did. Now, college football is a whole new world, and I wouldn't take a lot of stock in what last year's team did because half the guys aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you project. So project away and let this team prove that these projections are bunk. That's how I would approach that.
Love it. I have been watching season 3 of Ted Lasso, as I mentioned last week, again. And maybe Luke Fickell should take the Badgers down into the sewers of Madison like Ted does in London and make sure that they let all that poop that's being said about them flow out, because it doesn't matter. What matters is how they play. All right, we need to get to the 10 o'clock hour. Want to remind you, we were just in Madison. And Paula and Maddie got rear-ended while we were there. And what call did we make? We made the call to Gruber offices, or a text to David. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more about the firm, about David's history, all the great lawyers that are there and everything they're doing in the community. Again, Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. The 10 o'clock hour of Smorgasbord Monday, Schmorgie to some. Kicks off in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Milwaukee Brewers, a half game back of the Detroit Tigers for the best record in Major League Baseball. Winners of 10 straight games, the franchise's first double-digit winning streak since 2021. The Brewers sweep the Dodgers over the weekend. They've won all 6 games against the Dodgers this season, sweeping the season series. It's the first time the Dodgers have been swept in 6 games or more in a season series since 2006. The Brewers, since May 25th, 34-12, best record in baseball. Pick your favorite stat for where the Brewers stand, tied with the Chicago Cubs for the best record in the National League entering play tonight. Brewers continue their West Coast road trip with a 3-game set against the big dumper, Cal Raleigh and the Seattle Mariners out west. 8:40 first pitch tonight. Pre-game coverage starts just after 8 o'clock right here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Schmorgie Monday continues on Wilde and Tausch right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
O'clock hour of Schmorgie Monday begins now. And it begins with more of your calls. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. If you want to get in on the conversation, if you want to take us in a direction we haven't gone yet, if you want to talk Brewers, if you want to talk the Badgers being projected 12th in the Big Ten Conference. You want to talk about Packers training camp, whatever it may be. 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless talking text line. List is more. Let's come up to Green Bay, where I am, and talk to Andy, who wants to talk Brewers. Andy, good morning. Welcome to Schmorgie Monday.
Morgan, I should say.
Ah, nice. There you go.
Schmorgan. Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to say, my buddy and I, we were going over the stats yesterday. We have the lowest pay rate. We're number 20, I believe 24 in MLB, but our pitching has been lights out. With Woodruff coming back,
did we lose Andy?
Did we lose him?
I think we might.
I'm here.
Oh,
we lost. Oh, there you are. Woody coming back. What else? What else we got?
With Woodruff coming back, our pitching has been lights out. I just think for how low we're rated in our salary, we're kicking some butt.
Quick question for you. quick question. I think we all think the pitching is really good. Big Woo back is going to even be better. The bullpen's strong. Do you think, and this is what Passan told us last week, do you think this is the year you go make the big splash? Give up a couple of young prospects for a Suarez or for that big bat. Are you on board with that, or you think this team's good enough as it is?
I think you ride with this team.
Okay. All right.
I think you ride with it. Ride or die.
Ride or die, baby.
Thanks for the call, Andy. We appreciate you.
I think it's a really tough. I think Matt Arnold has a tricky job to balance this, and he understands what's next, what they have to do this offseason as far as if they're going to trade Peralta, and it is not an easy task that he has been laid with here. But I just sense, and somebody just tweeted at me, this Brewers golden age, and we've gotten one playoff series since 2016. One? Is that all we've won?
You have called it the golden age. That's true.
Well, it has been.
Swept the Rockies in 3 games in 2018. That is the
that's
lone playoff series victory.
I think everybody would feel a little bit better if we just went out and made one big move to kind of coalesce this whole thing. That's what I think. And I think that's what Matt Arnold's going to end up doing. He's got 10 days to kind of piece that together. I'm on board with him doing it. I think we got to.
Jesse, what do we have on the text portion of the talk and text line?
The Brewers being hot and having a real chance to do something in the postseason helps me contain my Packers excitement before I truly believe they also have a great chance to do something big this year, too. Go Crew, go Pack. That's from Adam in Glendale, Arizona on Schmorgie Monday. He's covering both the Brewers and the Packers.
I respect it.
That's what a real smorgasbord's about. You get the mashed potatoes, but then you also get some of that pudding. You put a little pudding next to the mashed potatoes. Not bad.
Packer pudding?
Yeah.
You're putting pudding next to your mashed potatoes on your plate?
Did you ever go to the old... I'm not going to get... I will give advertising here, because we used to go here after Little League games. Well, no, they had soft serve ice cream, Jason, in a little stand.
Sure. Uh-huh.
The old Ponderosas. We used to go, and Ponderosa to me is the king of the smorgasbord. I don't think there's any left in the state of Wisconsin. If there is, I think there's one in the Dells. I think we are.
No, I think
Ponderosa is the smorgasbord.
There is one left in the Dells.
There's no way that Ponderosa's still open in the Dells.
It opens, according to Google, it opens at 4 o'clock.
No way.
So if you leave now, you'll be there in plenty of time.
But what you do at the old Ponderosa, they'd have the salad bar, and then they'd have the chicken wings, and then they had pudding, and they had mashed potatoes, they had roasted chicken,
salad,
and then you'd always top it off with the soft serve, and that was the big thing for us. You'd go over there and you could, swirl it around. You put in a cone, you could put in a bowl, and they had cookie crumbs and all the other stuff. That's smorgasbord. Ponderosa equals smorgasbord.
It is, Jesse, I'm here to tell you, it is decidedly still open.
No way. I drove past that not that long ago. Their
website is up and running.
They've
got Coors Light as one of the beers that they serve.
All right.
Which Tausch was not able to enjoy the last time he was going to the Ponderosa
regularly.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
French fries, baked potatoes.
How about the Denny's that's not a Denny's? Is that open?
Just telling you, they got wings, they got a whole thing.
Did you want to say anything, Tausch, about Adam's actual text, or did you just want to reminisce about Ponderosa?
Well, it gives. I think. Listen, man, we know we're not a smorgasbord typically. We're pretty dead set on kind of how we do our business. And I think the excitement level for the Packers, I don't know how excited Packer fans are. I don't know if there's more excitement or trepidation or, uncertainty. I would think tomorrow or Wednesday as we're rolling here, that's an idea we could preemptively poll because I think most Packer fans are optimistic but realistic. That's how I would venture, just in the vibe of where they're at. Brewers fans, if you're not optimistic now, I don't know when the hell you ever will be. Now that can change. August can be August could get gnarly. We don't know. So this covers it. The fact that the Brewers are where they're at and people are as excited, it does take away a little bit of where the Packers preseason football and everything else. But there's so many fascinating storylines. I think in the beginning of camp, once you get into the meat of it, and you're doing these scrimmages and you're doing the preseason games, I'm guessing if the Brewers keep winning, the Brewers will still stay at the top of the food pyramid of Wisconsin sports.
The Ponderosa Buffet, in case you were wondering, in the Lake Delton, Wisconsin Dells region, offers salads, soups, vegetables, potato choices, gravy, macaroni and cheese, spaghetti, meatballs, a taco bar, main dishes including roasted chicken, fruit, pudding, and desserts. It's free. Ice cream is available at the end of your meal. Just ask your server. It is included for free if you get a steak. So there you go.
Wow.
So swing by next time you're in.
Wow.
Wisconsin Dells. We'll get to more of your texts, including Vern in Waterloo's coming up next after Tausch tells us. And look, he's got a lot of things to tell us about today, let's be honest. But it's on tap at the Ponderosa, apparently, or maybe it's just in the silver bullet bottles. Coors Light.
And whether you're tailgating pregame, sitting on a porch by a pool watching a Brewers win against Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers, wherever it is, make sure you crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold package, so it is made to chill, refreshingly cold. Only 102 calories. Coors Light, it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
More of your Schmorgie Monday texts on the Carbless Talk and Text line next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's always a beautiful experience coming out to the ballpark. Many fans prep in the parking lot amongst our legendary tailgaters. When you're ready for new windows and doors, prep for those at the Pella Experience Center in Brookfield. See, feel, open, close, and compare dozens of window and door options from different Pella lines side by side. And if you order by July 31st, get 0% interest for up to 5 years on Blue Mountain Road, or visit PellaWI.com today.
What's in your summer survival kit? Mark Tausch here, and I'll tell you what should be. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and for just $12.99, a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut. For a limited time, choose from 4 loaded legends, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the spicy Hawaiian for just $12.99. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. A perfect summer go-to order. Order up before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Ever thought about hitting a golf ball in Camp Randall Stadium? Well, now is your chance. On August 1st and 2nd, you can enjoy a VIP experience while hitting tee shots from the upper deck throughout the stadium down to custom greens on the field below. Start and end your round with great music, cold beers, food, and numerous golf challenges. Event is open to all ages, but hurry because tee times will go fast. Go to upperdeckgolf.com to book a tee time today. That's upperdeckgolf.com.
The ESPN Madison Open presented by Coors Light is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing their bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. ESPN Madison Open also brought to you by Badgerland Exteriors, Annex Wealth Management, Sunday Paper, Incredible Bank, Borikov Osman LLC, and Retirement Income Strategies.
We're on the Badgers.
The schedule, as we all know, it's very challenging, daunting, however you want to describe it.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He wants guys who want to jump at the opportunity to play against a schedule like that.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Schmorgie Monday rolls on. It's going to take some getting used to, but I think we can pull it off. Let's get to a few more of your texts, Jesse. Again, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is
Jason,
the
I just
Talking text
saw,
line.
I just saw Nathan Marizone, who I think does a lot of Bucks coverage on social media. And he put a tweet up 4 years ago today. Giannis is going through a drive-through celebrating a championship. 4 years ago today. Isn't that something? Doesn't that seem like it was forever ago?
4 years ago yesterday, they won a championship, right? Was that the
celebration? Yeah, 4 years ago today, he's going through a drive-thru, getting a 50-piece. It's something.
Ponderosa. It is. Time flies. The league comes at you fast, et cetera, et cetera. Jesse, what do you have on the text portion of the Carbless Talking text line?
I had this one up before the commercial break from Vern in Waterloo. Ride with the team we got. This is talking Brewers on Schmorgie Monday. Look what happened when we traded Hader. Disruptive to the clubhouse. Team has good vibes and likability with fans.
Well, I think, Vern, we're talking about the opposite here, though, right? We're not.
We are. We would actually
trading away an asset.
Coalesce. Well, you'll have to trade something away.
I understand it. Yeah. A major league asset.
Much of the speculation is to get Suarez, if that's the guy the Brewers want to get from Arizona. It might take getting rid of Freddie Peralta because he wanted to renegotiate his contract a little bit earlier this season. He's got a year and a half left. He wanted to renegotiate. They said no. And so it seems like Freddie Peralta might be kind of on the trajectory that Corbin Burns was and Josh Hader was, where very well-performing players for many years and don't get another deal and get traded before.
So here's the deal. The Hader trade ended up being the right move. It ended up being the right move, but stung that locker room. And one of the things that and this is what is really tough for Matt, is you have to time it up. You have to get your resources at the right time without completely ruining an opportunity that is really hard to come by. At some point, you're going to trade Peralta because he's going to want a big boy contract, and the Brewers probably aren't going to want to pay it.
Yeah, not now.
The time is not right now. You can't do it, because if you did that right now,
then you're cooked.
You saw what happened with who was the reliever that came out and was shocked, and you could just tell.
Devin Williams.
Yeah. Devin Williams.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When Hader got traded. And it sent ripples through that locker room saying, well, I see what this group means. I think you have to do that in the offseason, give the team some beats to kind of figure out what it's got, because you're going to be disappointed when and if Peralta ever gets traded. But if you did that right now, I don't care how gritty and tough your locker room is, I don't know how you message that in any other way of saying, what are you going to say? He is such a staple, can't do it. Don't care who. Unless it's Aaron Judge, you can't make that trade.
Wouldn't that be something if they got Aaron Judge, though? Look, again, I think Vern's point about
Shohei. If the Dodgers we are sick of getting beat by Freddie for Shohei, let's go. I mean, I like Freddie, but come on. Shohei's got to come.
It's fair.
I think they're calling in this
all
morning
that money's
in LA
deferred.
saying, let's get rid of Shohei.
All that money's deferred.
Mix it up. Time for a change in LA.
How does that work
if
you sell? How does that work if you sell the team? Are you then buying that deferred salary you have to pay him? And
I would assume you take over both the assets
or whatever it is,
and the and the liabilities, as it were.
I don't care how loved Freddie is. I think we can agree that's a move that we'd be on board with.
All right, now that we've established that if Shohei Ohtani were available for Freddie Peralta, the Brewers should make that trade.
Straight up.
Or Aaron Judge, too. I'd take either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to your point, I mean, Freddie Peralta is one of the reasons why you feel so good about this team's postseason chances.
Yep.
You are maybe trading him in the offseason, right? There's no doubt that that's a distinct possibility, but you ain't doing it now. And if that's what it takes to get Eugenio, I am auto on that, because I think the pitching matters, and you want to get as far as you can while you have it. All right, Jesse, what else you got in the text portion of the Carbless Talk and text line? I'm going to need my glasses the way I'm wearing them.
I'll read it for you from Ian and East Troy. I wonder how hard of a line the innings limit is for Miz. If we're into October, he's hit his limit. Are they going to shut him down? Do they space out the starts to lessen the innings so he can pitch in October? Does that mess up his timing in the rotation and get him off his A game? Those are questions to be answered, and I don't know exactly how they're clearly spacing out his starts where it's almost a full week in between, and that's been noticeable here during his
Let me
start
tell
to
you
his
something.
career.
We better not be Strasburg in this.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
There better not be any Strasburging on a Schmorgie Monday. I am not interested in all this hype, and in the Miz, we make the playoffs and we ain't pitching the Miz? I mean, come on now. Hey, if you're going to do this thing by the books and say, oh, you got to only pitch so many innings. No more Strassi. It cost them. I think it cost them a championship. The Milwaukee, you position yourself. You better figure out the right way to make sure the Miz is ready to go in early October. I didn't even know that was a thing.
No, I think it is a thing to be watchful of, but again, I don't. It's hard for me to imagine where they are that they wouldn't start rationing his innings now, so he's available for when it matters most. Like I don't know enough about the Washington Nationals that season that they shut Strasburg down, but
it was embarrassing.
But my feeling is that, I mean, that's a pretty good comp, by the way, right? I mean, he was magnificent that year. I feel like, and again, don't quote me on this because my memory may not be accurate, but they were not expected to be where they were. And he, by having the season that he had, got them into that position, and they were like, okay, we got to pull the plug on this. Now, the Brewers, where they sit right after the All-Star break, I feel like they can be thinking about this ahead of time, and they already are, so they can make sure that they don't have to Strassi, what do we call it? Strasburging? Schmorging? Him down the stretch and then not have him available. So, but yeah, that would be bad. What else you got, Jesse?
Jeff and Monroe, if the Brewers had fired Murph when they were 21-25, Jesse, in parentheses, and Weeks replaced him, and they went on the current run, it could have been 1982 2.0. You ever think about that? Not that I was advocating for it, but it could have been a thing.
Yeah, it could have also been the opposite, right? Like, I get the sense that he's really beloved among his players. Wouldn't you agree, Jesse, from being there and introducing yourself to him in the press conference?
100%, yes. Everything that was great about him last year is still great about him this year.
So it could have haterized things. Like, the players could have been so devastated by his firing, which you did not call for.
Did not.
But you intimated.
Asked when we should talk about it. After a 7-0 cribbage board loss to the Twins. Yep.
Yeah. I have to jump in my own smorgasbord. And I have a question for both of you. What would you say is the most impressive?
Would you consider teasing your smorgasbord and telling us about it?
Are you all of a sudden Johnny Clocker? Like, you're sitting here, now you're really sticking on the clock. I will. Absolutely, I'll tease it.
But it just feels like you love to tease things. It felt like a good opportunity at 10:30.
Yeah, I'll tease it.
For you to tease it and tell us about AmFam and then come back for your smorgie.
Oh, little AmFam. You know what? AmFam's got something really cool going on right now. Kids Corner Focus. Make a game day a dream for the whole family at Parking Lot Patio during Kids Day. Before first pitch, head down to the Clock Tower entrance outside American Family Field, and the fun just gets started. Free face painting, temporary tattoos, photo ops, yard games, free giveaways, live music from local DJs. It's the perfect pregame stop for families. But come early, have fun, make it a day to remember. And it's all thanks to American Family Insurance. Again, head down to the Parking Lot Patio this week. You get a bunch of free, fun stuff. All right, I just saw something. We have there's great streaks. The Brewers are on a great winning streak. Joe Thomas, snap streak. Cal Ripken, Jolton Joe DiMaggio with a 56-piece. There are streaks, and then this is a streak that I just saw that I do believe is the greatest streak I've ever seen, I've ever heard about. I'm going to ask these guys what theirs would be, and I'm going to tell you the greatest streak that I've ever seen, and I'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member-first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
The sound of summaries on ESPN Madison.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Madison's home of the Brewers.
Mizorowski deals. Struck him out. A heater at 101.
Catch every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Back and watching it sail. It's a grand slam.
Brewers baseball on ESPN Madison is presented by Hard Rock Casino Rockford and brought to you by Starion Bank and Sinden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Metro Kia Madison is turning up the summer savings this month. Right now, drive home in the all-new 2026 Kia Sportage with 1.9% APR for 48 months. $2,165 cost per thousand finance. But hurry, offer ends August 4th. Plus, at Metro Kia Madison, every new Kia vehicle comes with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty and 90-day deferred payments with qualified credit. Head to Metro Kia Madison today or browse their inventory at metrokiamadison.com. That's metrokiamadison.com.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Bruss talking about our friends at Road America, America's national park of speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Grid Life is up next July 23rd through the 25th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. Congratulations to the perennial Best of Madison Award winner by the folks at Madison Magazine. Meet me at Buck and Honey's to celebrate Wisconsin hospitality. Whether you're enjoying the view on the Yahara River in Monona, exploring Wanakee, visiting the OG in Sun Prairie, or checking out the new location in Mount Horeb, you can enjoy the Buck and Honey's experience in a neighborhood near you. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week with brunch every Saturday and Sunday. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
At Hazelden Betty Ford, treating mental health isn't just about breaking old patterns, it's about braving new ones. As the leader in alcohol and drug treatment for 75 years, we know caring for addiction, anxiety, depression, and trauma goes hand in hand. We're here for you with new tools when life breaks down. Discover your path to better mental health at hazeldenbettyford.org/Wisconsin. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Schmorgie Monday rolls on. You heard Tausch's tease moments ago. I'm going to continue to eat my blueberries. Sit back and listen to what old Tauschi has to say on Schmorgie Monday about the greatest streak.
What do you think the greatest streak is? I think I don't see anyone ever breaking the 56-game hitting streak. I remember when Paul Molitor was chasing it, and I'm just enthralled by that as a kid. And I think he ended up, what did he end up at, 39?
39, yes, sir.
I believe is the number. That was something that I, as a kid, was enthralled by, and I think Pete Rose came close. There are some guys
44.
But nobody has really sniffed it since that streak, and Cal Ripken's streak is Favre's streak of 297 games. There's some streaks that I don't think are going to get got. But I just saw a streak that I know will not get got. And I can't believe this is true. I actually looked to make sure that this wasn't one of those satire sites. That's how great this streak is. The Osaka International Airport in Japan. They have went. You know how there's some of these offices that would go 10 days without an accident. Oh, they've gone 100 days without an accident.
No.
There are no. This is but Osaka Airport in Kansai. I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
You were there.
Didn't you just try to pronounce it?
We were over there, yes. And they did not mess our luggage up because they have not messed up one piece of luggage. They have not lost one piece of luggage in its entire history, starting since 1994. They are over 30 years of not missing any luggage up ever. Tell me a streak that's better than that. They haven't, in the history of this airport, they have not butchered one luggage exchange in 30 years. That sounds satirical to me, but it's not. 30 blanking years. Tell me a streak that's better than that, Jason.
Are they self-reporting this streak?
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'd like to see if there's been any commuters.
Who else is going to keep track of it?
In the greater Japan region who might say, you know what?
Here's the deal. We flew out of there. I can't argue with it.
So you have a streak of one flight in and out of Osaka where you had no issues.
It broke the record. It is 30 years without losing a single piece of luggage. And you're going to sit here and you're urinating a Cheerio saying
so
wait
a minute now. Again, I'm a stickler for wording. Losing, right? I'm sure there have been instances where people got their luggage late. It was sent to Nagasaki or somewhere else and then had to got like delivered to your hotel. Like they have not been like perfect, right? This is your stat, so you tell me.
I am going off of never losing a piece of luggage since it's opened.
Okay, well, losing, great. I'm glad they've never lost one. That's amazing. What a streak.
Is there anything better?
DiMaggio.
How often have you had your luggage
DiMaggio
lost?
beats this?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Like there's
airports
Josh
and
DiMaggio?
volume.
Yeah, Josh DiMaggio.
What is Josh DiMaggio's
consecutive
streak?
days producing Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And also Joe DiMaggio's streak, 56 games in a row. The system is created to not lose luggage. Baseball's system isn't created for hitters to get a hit every single game. Like, if everyone follows the things the way they're supposed to be done, it's not surprising that they haven't lost a piece of luggage in 30 years. It's surprising that everything has gone right that entire time. It's an impressive streak.
You can't get through a month of trivia without giving us the wrong answer, and you're telling me this Japan thing ain't impressive. That's what you're telling me.
I'm telling you the Japan thing is impressive. I'm saying Joe
Doesn't
DiMaggio.
seem like it.
Joe DiMaggio
Well, it's what
getting
you're You just said this is what you're supposed to do. You don't sound impressed at all by this.
Do you work for the airport? Because you're taking this awfully
I'm
personally.
impressed. I am impressed by this. That's unbelievable.
Was this in
I
the
don't
For
believe it.
You tab of your Twitter feed again?
The For You tab. What are you talking about?
The For You. There's two tabs on the homepage of Twitter.
I don't
one is
pay
who you're
attention to that.
following.
All
One
I'm
is
telling
the
you
For
is-
You section.
All I'm telling you is go ahead and look, and maybe I got duped with AI, but it says right here, 30. Then it says blanking, but I add the blanking. 30 years never losing a piece of luggage. Osaka, Japan airport.
I'm looking at the
impressive.
story from NPR on May 24th, 2024.
They lost some luggage?
No, that was when this story first apparently was reported. So now they've added another year to that streak. So congratulations. The airport is called Kansai International.
Kicks.
I think Favre's streak is more impressive, too.
Then 30 years out losing a bag?
Yeah, he went like what? How many years was it where he went without missing a start? Almost 20.
You might be right.
In the National Football League
at the Gopher Stadium
at a time where the rules weren't entirely favoring quarterbacks the way that they are now, protecting them, and the turf and the the science behind what protects players for safety wasn't all there yet. Like the fact that he went 297 and didn't miss a start, and he battled a bunch of injury during. You were there, like that's more impressive than the airport.
So you're thinking, if you're ranking, you got the airport bit third just in these. What about Joe Thomas's 10,000 whatever streak?
Actually, yeah, Joe Thomas is more impressive than the airport too. I've got the airport fourth.
Jason, are you agreeing that this airport thing ain't that big a deal? Did I oversell the airport thing?
No, I'm not agreeing that it's not a big deal. I agree it is a big deal and it is impressive. Yes, I think you oversold it slightly when you teased it in or out, but it's still really impressive. And hey, it's a Smorgasbord Monday, so you don't know what you're going to get. How does this stuff go from wherever it is in the universe and funnel down through the vessel that is Mark Tauscher and onto the show? That's the only question I have. Because unlike Jesse, I am not going to poo-poo what they have done. It's impressive.
It's because it's Smorgasbord Monday. We've talked Brewers. I think we've kind of come to the conclusion.
We've talked everything except the Packers, frankly.
Well, we'll do that in the 11 o'clock hour. Most Brewers fans are looking at this, and I think it is a really interesting psychological psyche test about where we are, whether we run it with what we got or you make the big splash. I also am interested in other stuff too, and this kind of whets my appetite on this.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Dear.
Kevin and Sheboygan on the
no
Carbless
part of
text
this.
line.
844 Kevin's pushing my buttons. He's a button pusher.
I never thought I'd hear the great Mark Tauscher be a participation trophy guy, but that's exactly what this is. 30 years of an airline doing their job. Wow, shocking. The fact that other airlines are so bad is what makes it impressive.
Wow. That makes me think. Is that just being a participation trophy guy? Doing their job? I don't know. Maybe I got to think about this. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe Jesse and Kevin are right. Is that a participation trophy deal?
Now, Adam in Glendale text back, multiple generations of workers, supervisors, etc. to not lose a single bag is freaking impressive. I'm Team Tausch.
All right, let's poll this. What's more impressive, DiMaggio, 30 years of not losing a bag, Farvey, and
Joe Thomas? No, Joe Thomas.
No.
He never
Joe
missed a
Thomas
play.
is going to be skewed because fans love Joe.
Right,
I
but
think
he
it's
never
a little
missed a
skewage.
play.
Cal Ripken,
I know, but there's some skewage there.
Cal Ripken is the airport of streaks. Those are on par. I'm not impressed with Cal Ripken just showing up.
Because he just played.
Yeah, he just started each game. Like, good job. Like, baseball's not a contact sport the way
then
football
why are you
is.
impressed with Favre?
Because
That's what he did. He just played.
You know this. Far more likelihood of injury in football, the nature of the game, compared to the shortstop of the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, and third base.
Way more impressive.
Jim. I don't know, Jim.
I don't think we're in the business of poo-pooing Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken is the participation trophy of streaks in Major League Baseball. Nice job. You started.
Okay, I'm going to respectfully disagree and say it's time for trivia. As much as I have enjoyed 2 hours of schmorgieing. Jesse, what's today's category and which caller would you prefer? And if you had the guts to do the number that Cal Ripken of games that Cal Ripken played in a row, I'd have a lot more respect.
No, that's just a participation trophy from what I've heard.
I'm more impressed that the Brewers haven't lost since the 5th of July than I am that Cal Ripken started all those games in a row. 10 straight wins for the Brewers. That's a streak. How about caller 10 for the sports weekend recap?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Here's what we're doing.
Then why'd you ask?
I asked you what the category was. I didn't ask you what caller you wanted.
Oh.
That's true, he did.
You always ask what caller.
Cal Ripken.
Not today, he didn't.
Cal Ripken, since I don't have the number of bags that have gone through the Japanese airports in the last 31 years, Cal Ripken started 2,632 played in 2,632 consecutive games. He
didn't even start all of them?
Well, I'm just going by what the statistic is. Lou Gehrig, the Ultimate Iron Man, 2,130. So he surpassed it by 502 games. But 2,632. Add those 4 digits up, you get 13. So in honor of Cal Ripken and his participation trophy accomplishment, according to Jesse.
A little overrated.
Is there a U.S. airport that's even in the same sentence? Has there been one that's gotten through a year?
So I'm going to need a little time to fact check that for you. I know you think we're kind of like
I didn't give any facts. I just asked a question.
Right.
Like it also wouldn't be impressive if the Green Bay airport did this because of the amount of travelers coming through, right?
Longest U.S. airport streaks without losing a bag. I'm getting a lot of Kansai and not a lot of U.S. with that search. Caller 13 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. We will play trivia next. I will tell you first, though, about Associated Bank. Got all kinds of fun stuff planned with one of our great partners, and I am so appreciative that they've been with us from the very beginning as our streak of 9 consecutive years is upon us, and then we'll be starting our 10th season of Wilde and Tausch. They've been with us since the beginning, but they've also been with the Packers since the beginning, and more importantly, no matter how long they've been around, they've always had great customer service, and they've got the awards to prove it. So go to AssociatedBank.com, find out more about early pay, about credit monitoring, about fraud protection, about Brewers, Badgers, and Packers checking accounts, everything you want in a bank and more. It's Associated Bank. Go to AssociatedBank.com or stop by your local branch today. Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tausch here for the great team at Everlight Solar. Well, there's a bunch of energy and excitement around the start of a brand new football season coming up in Green Bay. And speaking of energy, the start of a new football season could also mean the start of a new way to power your home. How would you like to start saving money while also helping to save the planet? All you have to do is make the switch with Everlight Solar. Our family is one of the many who have made the switch to solar over the last several years. We knew we had wanted to, but weren't exactly sure where to even start. And that's when we met with the Everlight team, and they outlined the entire process and educated us on the benefits of making the switch. It was super simple. Join us in saving a ton of money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more. Schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Sleep better with Tempur-Pedic at Steinhoffels. Queen hybrids from $52 per month plus $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Shop now in-store or online. A hungry returner. Wisconsin basketball gearing up for the season already. Take note on John Blackwell, who put his NBA draft combine takeaways into action. Greg Gard pointing out the noticeable differences to media, audio courtesy Badger Athletics.
Yeah, I think the confidence level going into year 3, you can see he's bigger physically, he's leaner, he's really trimmed up, he's cut in some areas that he didn't have the definition in before. And he's come with a more dominant mentality. He has ability to take over and really dominate games.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango, bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
The search for luxury begins at Audi Madison. Save $5,500 when you purchase or lease a new 2025 Audi Q7 55. National customer credit is good toward the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until July 30th. Why drive something ordinary when you can drive something extraordinary? Stop in and test drive today. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
ESPN Madison is going big for training camp in Green Bay. Tune in Wednesday for day one of camp as Wilde and Tausch and Jim, Matt, and Molly broadcast live from the Tundra Trio. From the shadow of Lambeau Field, it's ESPN Madison at training camp in Green Bay.
Celebrate Happy Gilmore 2 at the Bridges. On Sunday, July 27th, play in the Be Happy 2 or 4-person scramble for $120 per person. Includes 18 holes of golf with a cart, prizes, and dinner. Find more details at golfthebridges.com today.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Ready to roll, ready or not, ready to give it all I got. Gotta live to win it up, get even. Ready to roll, ready or not, ready to give it.
Oh, I see balloons on my text message. You know what that means? It means we've got a first-time contestant for Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
Let's welcome in that first-time contestant. It is Zach in Madison. Zach, good morning. Happy Schmorgie Monday to you.
Awesome. How you guys doing?
We're great. I always ask this of first-time contestants. I'm sure you're a long-time listener, of course, but have you tried previously and failed to get in, and now you finally got through, or is this the first time you've even tried?
No, it's my lucky day, man. You guys are busy. What can I say?
Gotta love it. All right, awesome. All right. Tausch, what's your participation level? Are you, like Cal Ripken, going to take a day off after 2,632 trivia contests, or would you like to ask a question or two?
All right, Zach. Following his victory at the Open Championship across the pond on Sunday, which major is the only remaining for Scotty Scheffler to achieve a career Grand Slam? Is it the U.S. Open, the Waste Management Open, or the AmFam Championship?
That would be the U.S. Open.
Boy, somebody course corrected a little bit, huh? Jesse went from having that first question last week to being incredibly hard. That was about as easy as you can get. No?
Hey, man. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate you, bud.
You got it, Zach.
It's really nice of you, Jesse. Huh?
Well done, both Zach and Jesse.
Everybody, yeah. Good job by everybody.
Question 2, Zach. I'm always reluctant to praise Jesse when there's still 2 questions left in the trivia, though. Here we go. Which baseball player ranked as the number 1 trade deadline candidate by ESPN's Jeff Passan is now 3rd in all of baseball with 35 home runs this season after hitting 4 dingers in 2 games on Saturday and Sunday? Is it Stephen Kwan, Marcell Ozuna, or Eugenio Suarez?
So I didn't get a chance to watch any baseball this weekend, but I did hear Ozuna's name on the block. Let's go with B.
And the streak, unlike that Japanese airport, ends after 1.
That happens.
Eugenio. Spent a lot of time talking about him, and he's the correct
Fun
answer.
name to say.
Hard name to spell? Or easy name to spell?
Did you see that? What is the outfielder for the Braves that there's been some talk about? Is it Acuna, Jesse?
Acuna.
The throw that he made.
The throw that Acuna made on Friday was remarkable.
Right field.
Looked effortless.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad with the contract he signed if the Brewers go get him. I'd love to see that. I don't know if that's in the works.
He is.
What?
I would say he's up there along with Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani as, yes, if they could trade Freddie Peralta straight up for Ronald Acuna, that would be pretty great.
Whoa. We were in just saying Judge and Ohtani. Acuna, come on now. He just came off of a knee injury.
He is in the same boat as those other guys. He is not touchable.
He's in a rowboat. Those boys are on yachts. Let's just okay. All right, whatever. Maybe we'll see. Televised on multiple platforms over the weekend, including ESPN and the NFL Network, the 2025 NFL Flag Football Championships were held in which U.S. city? Was it St. Louis, Memphis, or Canton?
Son of a gun, guys. I was up in Minneapolis all weekend for a concert and didn't really get a chance to get my eyes on much. But
Coldplay?
You said St. Louis, Memphis, or Canton?
Yep.
All right, old T. Let's go Memphis. We're going to go out on a limb here. I don't like that. Jason.
Hall of Fame. Where's the Hall of Fame at?
I didn't realize, but it's been fun, man. Appreciate you guys.
Tough question.
Right. I'll take 2.
Zach, thanks for playing. We appreciate you, man, and congratulations on getting through and getting 1 question right, which means you've got 2 entries into Friday's drawing. Tausch will be gone by then.
That's all it takes.
So we will handle the drawing later in the week. But thanks, buddy. We appreciate you.
I can't believe Jesse is putting you too. I can't believe Jesse is putting Acuna in the same category as Aaron Judge and Shohei. Like, come on, Jesse. Acuna's a really good player. He's really good. But with those guys?
He's a young star, face of a franchise, helped win a World Series just a couple of years ago, in his prime, not going anywhere anytime soon. He's a guy that you build around, even if you're going to do a reset, which I don't know if the Braves are at that point yet. They're not having a great year, but he's not like Marcell Ozuna is
old. Can you admit in a tiered world that you live in, they aren't in the same tier? Can you admit that?
He is a superstar. Like, I don't know many players, but I knew who he was before he made that throw.
You have him in the same league as...
If you're saying
really?
Tier 1 baseball players active right now, Ronald Acuna is in the same Tier 1 category as Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. Yes.
Wow. Maybe. I would highly doubt that, but... All right.
The Ronald Acuna Jr. debate continues.
He was the NL MVP 2 years ago.
Yeah, did he blow his knee out?
He did,
play?
but he was the
Didn't make him any worse.
In 2023, he was the MVP.
Yeah. All right. I still don't. I'm not putting him in the same category as Judge and Shohei, though. I'm just not. I'm not.
You're wrong.
Maybe. But no, I'm not.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpot soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app, home to all your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows at the touch of a fingertip. Plus, find featured content, enter contests, and more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple and Android app stores today. The Milwaukee Brewers, one win shy of being the best team in baseball. For 3 hours yesterday, the Brewers matched the Detroit Tigers with a record of 59-40, with the best record in the game. Tigers won on Sunday Night Baseball, so they're 60-40. The Brewers now 59-40. They are tied with the Chicago Cubs, not only for first place in the National League Central Division, but for the best record in all of the National League. Of course, that comes as the Brewers ride a 10-game winning streak, longest streak since 2021, which included sweeping the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium this weekend. The Brewers complete the season sweep of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's the first time since 2006 the Dodgers have been swept for the season in 6 games or more total. Brewers visit the Mariners tonight, 8:40. First pitch pregame coverage starts just after 8 on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Well, congratulations, Jesse Nelson. And I suppose congratulations are in order for Mark Tauscher also.
Oh.
Because you managed to do something that I didn't think was possible. You got the people that Jesse not so affectionately calls the dwellers of YouTube to all agree with him.
Is that right?
And not you.
Is it on the streak or is it on the Acuna deal?
Chuck, Acuna is a superstar. Jerry Odd seems like a no-brainer. That was a Bo Jackson throw from Dr. Denver Dan.
It was great. Are
Mark,
you guys telling me?
That's an awful take. Better stick to football.
Wow. If you're telling me I have not said that Acuna stinks and that he's not a really good player. Nowhere have I ever said that. Y'all are comparing him to 2 of the all-time greats. There's a chance Shohei is going to go down as the greatest player to ever play baseball. And Aaron Judge is going to be the all-time greatest Yankee, potentially, right there with Babe. And y'all are still going to sit here and tell me that Acuna's in the same league? Like, Acuna can be great, but these guys are great. So, yeah, you can get after me. That's fine. I don't have any problem with it. But let's not sit here and act like this is Spinks Tyson, because it ain't. This might be a Jesse bodied me and got me in the 10th, but if you think this is a first-round knockout, you're crazy. Yeah, it ain't that. It ain't that. That I know.
What conversations are you in where they're saying Aaron Judge is the greatest Yankee of all time?
No, I say he has the potential. His home run ratio, where he's at in his career, he's already passed A-Rod, who played 10 years with the Yankees. He is, I think, at 300 some odd. He's got 8 years left on his deal. He is going to be in the same boat as the Yankee Clipper, as Babe. Like, that's where he's trending. But Acuna is in the same thing. Like, okay, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Aaron Judge is having a really wonderful year. He's batting .352.
What's Acuna batting?
With 36 home runs, 82 runs batted in.
Where's Acuna at?
OPS plus.
I haven't looked.
1.184.
Oh, he's a star, though. I mean, he is a star. That's the part, and this is where, Jason, I can understand your frustration sometimes, with a little nuance. Y'all are acting like I'm saying he's a bum. He's not. He's a great player. But there's levels of greatness, right?
There are.
These two are two of the transformational players in the history in baseball. Shohei he's going to be one of the Mount Rushmore figures when it comes to baseball by the time all said and done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say Acuna is a different type of player.
Having a down year, hitting 326.
He's hitting 326.
Yeah, he's been good. Yeah, it's good.
I think so basically what you're saying is that there is the top tier is 2 players and no one else is allowed to be in the top tier.
Well, I'm sure I'd have to think a little bit more, but Acuna he's not far off.
I think we're burying the lead here.
What is
because the Chuck that agreed with Jesse, and there's no blue check mark on YouTube to tell you if it's true, or maybe Chuck just was born into this family and they named him Charlie, and he decided to go by Chuck. But the Chuck that's agreeing with Jesse and telling Tausch that he should stick to football is Chuck Norris.
Interesting.
85 years young.
Big fan of the show. So now we've got Baron Sorrell's dad and legendary Chuck Norris in the YouTube comments. Yeah, we'll have to do a little more research on who else is still in that tier or deserves to be in the discussion beyond Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, neither of whom play for the Packers, who will kick off their training camp on Wednesday with the first practice. Players, the full squad reports tomorrow. We already have quarterbacks, players coming off injuries, players dealing with current injuries, and rookies that have already reported to camp. Tausch, you've always told us that once you hit the 4th of July, that's when you already start itching and feeling like, okay, here it comes, it's coming. I'm curious what you're feeling if you're one of these guys and it's your last hurrah before you have to report tomorrow. And I assume that while the practice is Wednesday, tomorrow's the day that they do all your testing and you got to pass your physical, got to run a gasser or two perhaps. What's today like and what's tomorrow like?
I think for most, and I know, I obviously lived in Wisconsin, I lived in the Madison, Sun Prairie area my last 2 or 3 seasons in the off season. So you want to get up there, you want to kind of get situated, and you understand that now the work, all of the other stuff, it's over, it's time to work. So there's a little bit of an angst because you know what you're getting yourself into. And as I said, last week, and what I say all the time is it goes away. You get back there, you get around your teammates. You almost get that nervousness that you have for a game before that first padded practice. Now I know they have an assimilation period where it's 3 or 4 days, but just getting back out on the field and getting started on another season, the grind that is, and mentally you want to make sure you're as recharged as you can because you know what's coming, and you have to be willing to embrace that and the excitement that comes with it. So it's a little bit of a nuanced vibe that you're going to. And once you got there and you did your physical and you got the conditioning test, then it was just like, all right, let's just get this thing going. And once you get going, you fall back into your routine. And it's always, you're a little more nervous about what is coming than what actually it is. Once you get your hands and your feet and everything back into it, then it's just work. And that's the vibe that you're trying to get.
My understanding is that the head coach will not speak tomorrow. He doesn't always do that traditionally for a very long time. The head coaches always had a day before camp presser. I don't believe that's occurring tomorrow. I am curious what is top of mind whenever we talk to him. I assume it'll be after practice on Wednesday. What's the biggest thing that I need to be on top of here? What's the biggest question you have?
I think the thing you're going to be looking for is who's not practicing and why. Whether there's injuries.
Elton on Friday was placed on the non-football injury list.
Okay, tell us what that means.
Well, it means, in theory anyway, that he has an injury that occurred while he was away from the facility, not occurred during a Packers-sanctioned off-season program workout, which makes sense since he didn't take part in any of those workouts during the off-season. Now, as I pointed out on channel3000.com, now, is that a phantom injury? I hate to use that term. Or did he suffer some sort of injury between the end of the mandatory minicamp and now? But it allows him to report to camp, which he did. I assume he had to have failed his physical, so because you can't just put him on there because he's saying that his tummy hurts. But I would assume that this is part of the process, and if his contract was adjusted, I find myself wondering if he would still be on NFI. So he's one of the players that's on the non-football injury list. A handful of them are also on the PUP list. That is the physically unable to perform list. Now, again, that is an active list. It's not the same as the one in season. So they can come off anytime. It's basically as soon as they pass their physical, they can practice. So the players on that list, in case you were curious, beyond Elton. Well, let me ask you this first, Tausch. Do you believe that Elton Jenkins, and again, this is not based on anything other than us guessing and the circumstances that they're in, do you believe that there's an injury, or do you believe this is part of the hold-in process until a deal is done?
Well, what I was wondering when I saw this news on Friday was, the Packers initiate this, or did Elton initiate it? Because we all were concerned or questioning. We all knew Elton was going to report. It was just a matter of whether or not he was going to practice.
Correct, because you don't want to get
and
fined.
Stuff does happen. I mean, there are things that happen between that June. So I actually am now wondering if something did happen to Elton throughout this little 6-week period.
Same question.
Because you don't just, as you just put it, you don't just willy-nilly throw guys on this list. My guess is with the trust and the relationship that Elton has with the training staff and everyone else, you can. We've seen this movie before where guys that aren't happy with their contract just hold in. We saw it with T.J. Watt in Pittsburgh. That is the one of the new ways players kind of handle their business and not wanting to get fined. This does make me wonder. So that will be top of mind as far as where is Elton? Has he got a hammy? Is something up? Or is this just the case where Elton's got some things he's working through until some of the off-the-field stuff gets worked out? then he won't be practicing. We'll find that out one way or the other. I'm sure you, with your relationships, will probably be able to find that out relatively easily.
Also on the non-football injury list, running back Amar Johnson, undrafted rookie free agent running back, and kicker Alex Hale, the International Pathway Player Program kicker. The 5 players who did not pass their initial physical and will start on PUP. Christian Watson, coming off the ACL that he tore in his right knee on January 5th. That, even though you've been encouraged by his process, that does not surprise you, I take it.
Not at all. Nope.
Okay. Quay Walker.
Because that, you can pull him off of that whenever you want, and he can start practicing.
Indeed. Quay Walker.
Will Christian Watson take any practice reps in training camp?
Good question. Let me finish the list. Quay Walker, and then 3 draft picks. Edge rusher Colin Oliver, cornerback Micah Robinson, and offensive lineman John Williams are the 5 players that start camp on the PUP list. As of right now, I suppose it's possible when guys report tomorrow that there will be a few more names on that list. And I find myself wondering if Zach Tom will be on that list. Or if
What are you hearing?
I have not heard anything.
What are you hearing?
I have not heard anything. I'm just wondering.
Did you put your ears up to the grapevine, or did you just not hear?
I did not. There was no grapevining. I just have not been. I've not been listening. But that's, we'll see. I am eager to see if he's out there on Wednesday without a new contract.
If you were a betting man, and we know you're not, is he going to be practicing Wednesday morning?
He strikes me as from the Devontae Adams school that he will practice, even if maybe he shouldn't, because he doesn't have the protection of a long-term deal.
Oh,
that would just be my opinion. But again, I don't know that.
That's your own grapevine. That's not.
That's my opinion, which I know I don't give very often. And I would also say that I would not fall over on the sideline, although it's supposed to be really hot on Wednesday. I would not fall over on the sideline.
Wear that bucket hat.
If number 50 was not participating in practice either.
Oh, so you're hedging a little bit.
Of course I'm hedging. I don't know what he's going to do.
And then you wouldn't. Hey, you need to get my mother-in-law has these new, they look like headphones, but you could get these, get Wilde and Tausch on it, put some stickers, and they have fans that blow cold air on your neck. And she was wearing it when we were watching. She was watching some baseball. No, she loves it.
Did you try?
It's a little deal that you fan off and do it.
Yeah, I've seen these. Have you tried one?
Oh, you have. Mm-hmm. I tried Grandma's on. It's nice. Yeah.
Did you feel cooler? I mean, I know it was midnight and she was falling asleep, so you just took them off her neck. She didn't even know.
I did not. No, but it looks like you're wearing a pair of headphones.
But
it turns out it's like a fan and a cooling system. And you do that with Serena's got that old snap towel. You snap it and it turns cold and you put it on your neck. She's got one of those too.
Are either of you going to wear
if you're
your,
worried about getting hot at doing the show from the sideline, it might be an option.
Are either of you going to wear your big hats when you're at your respective practices here in the coming weeks? Jason in Green Bay, Tausch in Platteville, or wherever else. That'd
be
a good look.
The short answer is no.
I doubt I will, because
it's decorative for me.
I don't think I will.
Chickens.
Jesse, did you make yourself one when you gave us those?
No, I don't have my own. No, just you guys.
Seems like an oversight by you.
You can bet if I was going to Prep Mania or a Badger volleyball match, if I'm doing it at the field house, you bet I'd be wearing mine there.
You'd even wear yours walking into Quick Trip to get yourself some chicken so you and Becca, while Tausch is gone, can try the chicken challenge and put together 4 meals from one bird.
Oh, and today is Monday. Oh, that roasted chicken, $6.99. All kinds of deals. And get on that quick climb. The Mountain Dew quick climb. Every sip gets you closer to the summit. And the summit is $250,000. You stack higher and higher. Get a chance to win that all the way up till August 17th. Your summer, your climb, your win. No purchases necessary. See all the rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes and get those deals. They got them rolling. Quickery white bread, 99 cents a loaf. Nature's Touch ice cream. Buy 1 pint for $3.99. You get a free one. And those beautiful kitchen craving bacon wrapped pork loins for $5. Download the Quick Rewards app. Take advantage of all Quick Trip has to offer, like rewards on every purchase and ordering ahead. Quick Trip. We'll see ya next time.
The number one spot on the Channel 3000 WISC TV3 countdown of the 20 most important Packers of 2025 was revealed. Who was it? Were there multiple people in the number one spot? No, there weren't. There was no slashing. There was a number 2 and there was a number 1. We'll tell you who they were next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on July 29th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third down.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in July 29th at 6:40 on WISC TV in Madison, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Seattle Mariners.
Ground ball deep in the hole, it's short. Backhanded by Ortiz. Long throw to first. Oh, my goodness, Joey Ortiz, he got him. Wow.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
The ESPN Madison Open, presented by Coors Light, is back. On Monday, August 4th, the ESPN Madison crew is packing up our bags and teeing off at TPC, Wisconsin for a day on the links. This year's Open is benefiting Mentoring Positives, a nonprofit based right here in Madison dedicated to uplifting youth and families through mentoring, athletics, and youth entrepreneurship. The ESPN Madison Open, also brought to you by Carbless, Zimbrick Honda, Siding Unlimited, Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, Clear Vision Pro Wash, and Vortex Optics.
GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. Over the past 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's top destination for player development and advancement, including over 468 college commitments and 27 MLB draft picks. Their facility in Windsor is the home of GRB Rays baseball and features over 52,000 square feet of elite baseball training. Tryouts for the 2026 summer season begin July 22nd. Find full training programs and register now at grbacademy.com.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave.
It is time. Number one on the Channel 3000 countdown of the most important Packers has been decided. And it is Chipotle Ben Sims. It is Jordan Love. But I think it was closer than most times when a quarterback is the franchise quarterback, in my mind anyway, and in a few other people's minds that I talked this over with. But ultimately, I think we made the right decision. Tausch, you were among those that said it was clear-cut for you. My question, though, would be this. What exactly do we need, and by we, I mean the Packers, need to see from Jordan Love this season? You've used your Superman analogy many, many times, not using it quite as much
stole it too.
lately.
Didn't cite me.
From the...
That also happened.
You know, I know I get a lot of grief for being a grudge holder. I know you think of yourself as an innovator.
No, I gave you an opportunity to cite it, and you still didn't. But I'll say this. I'm sure you took Jordan Love as number one. And what does he need to do? It's simple. He needs to be more consistent. And whether or not that's partially because of injury or whatnot, I was listening to somebody this morning on ESPN. I don't remember if it was Tannenbaum or somebody else. And it really came down to 3 or 4 plays that he either didn't make or turned the ball over. And I think we can all remember him stumbling and underhand in a throw, and it goes, a pick six, and the play before the Lions at the end of the half where he makes the interception. And, obviously look at the playoff game against Philadelphia. You're going to make mistakes. Like, players are going to have bad days. The big thing for me, and this is kind of my overview of last season, which is what you kind of look at, and this is he's starting. He's been up in Green Bay. He is going to be starting a new chapter in his book. Last season, there was not one game that I could look at and say, man, was he in this offense on point and sharp for 4 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
That, to me, was okay. And when you go about your business the way Brian Gutekunst did, you're saying, what can we do to be more consistent? Well, we can be better up front and give Josh Jacobs an opportunity to maybe get some yards that aren't contactable yards like Saquon got. And that's why you go pick up Banks. That's why you draft a Belton. That's why you bring in more players. You put Elton Jenkins in at center. And then the other part of it is, and this was still one of the things I was surprised by, the explosivity that the offense had, but you give yourself more options to make life easier as a quarterback. Not everything needs to be so hard. And I think picking up Golden, we don't know what Savion Williams is going to look like as far as his role, but you're making the job of playing quarterback easier, and that should allow you to be more consistent as a player. And I think that's what I'm looking for from Jordan Love this year.
I saw a surprising stat while I was researching this. We all know the Packers dropped 33 passes last year. 23 of them were balls that were thrown by Jordan Love. So 10 of them came when the ball was thrown by Malik Willis? That seems like a unusually high percentage, doesn't it? That surprised me. Not as much as it surprised me, though, during OTAs when I went back and watched the video of, and this is what I started my story with for number one on the countdown, Jordan Love's reaction to that step back question. It was, and now again, grading on a curve, this was not Brett Favre getting into a shouting match with me in the locker room in 2005. This was far less confrontational, and the volume was a lot lower. But he was clearly agitated by that question. And then if you remember, the week that followed, all the debate was, did he regress? Did he take a step back? Did he stay the same? Did he not take as big of a jump forward as he should have? Or if you were Dan Orlovsky, you said he progressed a bunch, and if you think he didn't, then you just don't know ball. But he was bothered by that, and that took me by surprise. But I think that's a good thing, right? I mean, we all know the chip on the shoulder that Aaron Rodgers had, still has. It's always going to be there. Jordan never struck me as a motivated by a chip on the shoulder guy. Not that he wasn't motivated, but that didn't seem to be, again, with his...
What is he motivated by?
I think he's just internally motivated to be the best version of himself. We've talked about that a few times. That's not as sexy or confrontational as I'm going to shove it up the San Francisco 49ers you-know-whats, which,
lame.
Of course, has not really happened for Aaron Rodgers in most instances. So I don't know. Do you like the fact that...
So he's not a shoulder chip guy?
Doesn't seem like it. No, does not seem like it.
I want a shoulder chip guy.
You do want one.
Heck yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah.
So great, because that leads into my question, which is, does that opinion of him give him a chip? Because I don't think, tell me if I'm wrong, but when you watch him and you see his interactions, does he strike you as a chip on the shoulder guy to this point?
I would hope so.
That's not what I asked.
Yeah.
Your observations
What
of
did you
him.
ask?
Does he seem like a shoulder chip guy? What does he have a chip on his shoulder for?
What do you mean? What does he have a chip on? He had to wait 3 years. Nobody. He probably could feel like nobody really wanted him to be drafted by the G&G. And then, obviously, the way the transition happened, the fans came on board and were in his corner. But I'll tell you this. If the Green Bay Packers don't find a way to either win the division or get out of a first-round playoff game, there is going to be plenty of chirping about where Jordan Love's at, and that'll give him a chip.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Maybe all of this, and by no means am I saying his transition to the starting quarterback job was easy. He had to sit through COVID, not play, and have Jesse Nelson say, I don't even know what he looks like. I've never seen him in uniform. And by the way, it was true.
It's true.
We didn't. So all of that, the great ones find a chip. I'm guessing Patrick Mahomes, you got a local DJ calling him fat. That's the stuff where you think it's foolish and who cares. You utilize that as fuel. I don't know if Jordan Love has really been criticized in harsh ways.
This is what I'm saying.
So I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder.
I'll ask him when
but I
we
can
talk
assure
to him
you,
on Wednesday.
Things don't go well. You'll have a chip because it's going to be placed on your shoulder.
Yeah,
I think that's why I think a lot of these great athletes, they don't let media or other folks dictate it. They say, this is what it is. I am going to dictate because I am going to be hungry. I think Jordan Love is incredibly hungry to be a great quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he does all the right things.
Not saying he's not.
You have to be sick. You got to have a little sycophant in you.
That's not what a sycophant is.
To constantly be having people in everything is driven by external things. So you can be internally driven, but it's still nice when you can tell someone to blank off, I'm going to do this. And right now, I don't know what would be the critique of Jordan. I don't know. Because everybody thinks he's a good player. It's, can he be great?
Mm-hmm.
That really is the question.
Can he be the MVP? Because some people put a little bit of money on that at the Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Well, I heard Tannenbaum. He's on board. He's loving it. He thinks he can be the MVP.
Still thinks he should be holding out for $60 million a year, though.
Well, he would be making over 60 if he did. He would. Hard Rock Casino Rockford features over 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, more than 1,300 slot machines, 50 live table games, a wonderful sports book, comfy chairs, and a rock shop, and diverse dining options as well. You can go Council Oaks Steak and Seafood, Bricked Italian Kitchen, the UU Noodle Bar, street tacos, and much, much more. Just head on down. About an hour from Madison, right down I-90, right over there on the left-hand side in Rockford, Illinois, a premier entertainment destination. Again, just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois.
Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison. The team you'll always remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin.
With a reunion you'll never forget.
This place, this school, this city, these teammates, this coach, just everything involved was the most formative part of my life and the most special part of my life.
Relive Made 'em Believe now with the full show on ESPN Madison on YouTube and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by M3 Insurance Company, Potosi Varsity Ale, and Potosi Hard Seltzers. Made 'em Believe. Available now.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. In fact, we are Wisconsin's only Pella Platinum Premier Certified contractor, and we've won Pella's prestigious National Contractor of the Year award 5 times. It's easy to get started. The process starts with homeowners meeting us at Siding Unlimited's amazing showroom on 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. Trust me, our showroom is a must-see. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit us at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
'Cause I'm a hazard to myself. Don't let me get me. I'm my own worst enemy. It's bad when you know yourself. So irritating. Don't wanna be my friend no more. I wanna be somebody.
Time now for Whoa No.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
on Wilde and Tausch.
I find discussions of contracts and labor negotiations to be incredibly boring. That being said, former Packers center J.C. Tretter is stepping down as the NFL Players Association chief officer. And that comes after Lloyd Howell resigned late last week. What's going on with the NFLPA in simplest terms?
Yeah, I have not followed this as closely as I think Pablo Torres, right?
Torre.
Is he the one that is doing all this investigative journalism? And
yeah.
Kudos to him for doing it. I think we need more of that. And there's a lot of stuff going on, man. Whether it's the collusion part of it, where you saw some emails from different owners. There's a lot there. I don't want to besmirch anyone without knowing all of the details. I think it is a really good move that everybody is out and they're going to reset. That I believe. And this is where I want to put my thought on what I think needs to happen and what should happen. When is Mark Murphy officially out as the president of G&G, Jason?
Friday.
Interesting. What is the NFLPA looking for? They're looking for an interim to kind of get things moving throughout the season. Who has player expertise? Who was an administrator? And who was an owner? And who's going to be looking for maybe some work? I want Mark Murphy to take the interim NFLPA executive directorship. I would love for him to finish his career in that role. He's not going to do it, but I think.
Are you sure?
Wouldn't that be good? I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
I will ask
so I don't
him.
know.
I know he enjoys when I ask him questions.
We got to get the Chippewa Falls.
I will ask him on Friday. I assume he will speak after the shareholders meeting. I am 1,000% on board. He worked for the NFLPA when he was a player,
this is a
and
good
then
idea.
after he was done playing. It's great.
Why
idea.
I think this is a good idea is he knows what the owners want. He is going to be able to give us insight into that, and it can come full circle. Mark Murphy was a trial balloon guy for the owners.
Definitely.
He can now come in and help the players win some things back as a former player, because Mark can say what he wants. He did a great job with the Green Bay Packers, especially on all of the off-the-field stuff.
Sure.
At Northwestern. He could, I would bet his playing career is still top of mind, and he could do some really beneficial things in an era where the organization is in flux at best. Mark Murphy could come in and solidify this for a year or two until someone else gets elected. The players don't want to be dealing with this as training camp has started.
Agreed.
It almost as if there's a lot of stuff going on, as they're trying to shove an 18th game. Would Mark Murphy still have these same views as the NFLPA executive director? All of this would be fascinating. I don't think it's going to happen, but boy, oh boy, I would be on board. I think Mark Murphy should be the NFLPA executive director. Interim.
Yeah, I'm Team Tausch on this. How awkward would it be then for him and Goodell? Because let's be honest, when you were a player, Gene Upshaw and Paul Tagliabue had a great relationship.
Too good,
according
to the owners, which is insane. But
some said too good. So I love this idea. I don't know when it came across your desk.
Last week, I gave you the
idea.
weekend tease on it. This was something I had written down. I just think you want to have that relationship, and I think Mark would. I think Mark is always going to be an NFL player. Like that's with you. I think that relationship and how it goes. If nothing else, I think we as players in the union could learn a lot from Mark Murphy on the inner workings of how they're doing their business.
No doubt.
So it's a no-brainer to me. I hope he does it.
Well, what if it's all right? So I agree with everything you said, and then you said it's a no-brainer to you. Okay, why would it not be a no-brainer to Mark?
Maybe he wants to retire. Maybe his wife's like, let's get up to Door County. Let's go. We got
go to the golf course
that we got to run.
Got that golf course. Yeah.
It's amazing that all three of us went to the golf course line there. But from an actual logistics, let's say he did. Because look, if we're being honest,
they'd have to move to D.C. He's got not Door County. He's got to move out to Washington D.C.
If we're being honest,
maybe that's not what he wants.
If he wasn't required to retire, do you think he'd be retiring?
No.
Correct.
God, no.
Right. So you do this for a year, but I'm wondering I've been working as a de facto owner for 18 years. Would that cause any consternation, you think, for him to go from being Roger Goodell's trial balloon guy to being Roger Goodell's, again, as I mentioned with Gene Upshaw, but theoretically it's supposed to be an adversarial relationship and a partnership at the same time, right?
Sure. Well, nothing gets ratified until the players ratify stuff. Mark is bringing it to the players. So it's not as if Mark Murphy says, we're playing 24 games next year, boys, and we're getting less money. The players could say, Mark. So I understand your question, and that is something that you obviously have to look at. But Mark Murphy has been an executive for a long time. And there ain't anybody that's going to understand both sides of this better than Mark Murphy. And we need someone to step in now to breach what is kind of a mess.
Indeed. It is indeed. Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, Nelly! With the remainder of my Whoa Nelly time, I want to play something for you guys from the other day. So I mentioned this on Friday's show, I got to go out to the Dane County Fair on Friday afternoon and host the ESPN Madison Announcer Experience. This is our second year doing this. We had a ton of fun. A bunch of kids came up, got to hold the microphone, and they got to call on almost the exact 4-year anniversary, the Valley Oop sequence from Drew Holiday, stealing the ball from Devin Booker, lobbing it up for the big dunk for Giannis to help the Bucks win Game 5, go on to win the NBA Finals. Many say the best sequence in Milwaukee Bucks franchise history.
Is this how we got Riley?
Yeah, we actually discovered him at the Dane County Fair last year this way. Yeah, this is exactly it. And I think we've got some talent on the horizon that we should keep our eyes on, too. Without further ado, the kids calling the Valley Oop at the Dane County Fair.
The NBA Finals.
Under 30 seconds to play in game.
30 seconds left. The Bucks lead the Suns by 1.
Suns have ball.
Suns dribbling down.
Devin Booker has it, looking for the lead.
David Brookhauser has it.
Knocked away and stolen by Holiday.
And stolen by Holiday.
Stolen by the Holiday.
And stolen by Holly.
Stolen by Holiday. Took it away.
He throws it up to Giannis. Pass down to Cooper. What? Slam dunk. Giannis for the Bucks. And
foul.
And a foul. Wow.
What a play for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Let's go. The fans are going crazy. Whoa. Yeah.
How about those kids, huh? That was pretty great.
What kind of feedback did you give them after you heard it?
Got to get the names right. Holly, not the name of Drew Holiday, so we got to make sure we get the. It's important to get the names right. Is it?
I don't know. I've never.
I don't recall that. Captured the moment perfectly. Good energy from everybody involved. So not all. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff from the kids out at the Dane County Fair. Some of them were shy when they first came up. They weren't so sure how they were going to do. They were a little nervous, but they ended up getting in, and I thought they did a fantastic job.
And they were well coached.
Yeah. By Chrissy. I didn't really do a lot of coaching. I was more like high five.
You just posed for the photos? I didn't even see Chrissy in the photos.
Yep. Well,
that sounds about on brand. All right, we need to wrap things up. We'll do so next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Badgers.
The schedule, as we all know, it's very challenging, daunting, however you want to describe it.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He wants guys who want to jump at the opportunity to play against a schedule like that.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know I've loved Pizza Hut since the days back when I was in school participating in the legendary Book It program. The summer was always a great time to get in some extra time reading to earn some great Pizza Hut pizza. And now my summer survival kit in Madison is a little different. A cooler full of drinks, a comfy lawn chair, and a large Hut Lovers pizza from Pizza Hut for just $12.99. Choose from 4 loaded legends: meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, veggie lovers, and the new spicy Hawaiian. It's your summer go-to. Hot, melty, and made to crush hunger. Order before it's gone on the Pizza Hut app. Limited time only. Additional charge for extra toppings, pan, stuffed crust, and extra cheese. A large Hut Lovers pizza for just $12.99 for a limited time at Pizza Hut. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. A hungry returner. Wisconsin basketball gearing up for the season already. Take note on John Blackwell, who put his NBA Draft Combine takeaways into action. Greg Gard pointing out the noticeable differences to media, audio courtesy Badger Athletics.
Yeah, I think the confidence level going into year 3, you can see he's bigger physically, he's leaner, he's really trimmed up, he's cut in some areas that he didn't have the definition in before. And he's come with a more dominant mentality. He has ability to take over and really dominate games.
For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
Take your game to the next level with Vortex Golf. This employee-owned brand out of Wisconsin brings you premium rangefinders like the Blade, Blade Slope, and the Anarch, packed with features like image stabilization, pin spotter mode, and rock-solid accuracy. Backed by a legendary no-questions-asked VIP lifetime warranty and unmatched customer service, Vortex has you covered. Ready to upgrade your gear? Visit MapleHillGolf.com and search Vortex to see the full lineup. Vortex Golf, you can bet on it.
Jim Rutledge here. It's officially camping season, which means I will be using my big blue truck from Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. What does that mean? It means it's a customized buying experience. If you're an expert and you know what you want, they're happy to let you take the lead. And if you have a ton of questions, Aaron, Tyler, and the whole team at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb will make sure they can answer them all. You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Get ready for German Fest Carnival style. Join us for a weekend filled with food, fun, music, and culture on Milwaukee's beautiful lakefront. Sink your teeth into authentic Spanferkel, brats, pretzels, and sweet German pastries. Bring the whole family to cheer on the tiny racers at the Dachshund Derby. It's a crowd favorite. Tap your toes and raise your stein as you dance and schunkel to live music all weekend long. Catch Vox Club, UHE aus Tirol, and an incredible lineup of national and local bands. Watch the colorful carnival parade with music, dancers, and costumes you won't want to miss. On Saturday night, don your best costume and join us for the Masquerade Ball at the Miller Stage. Come for the music, the food, the dancing, and the memories waiting to be made. Eat, drink, dance, and make it your tradition at Germanfest. For more information and online tickets, visit GermanFest.com.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
We are out of time, but I have a quick question for Tausch. Tausch, you're a big celebrity. You're a big superstar. We like to promote you. We think very highly of your work. We love you. The great people at Channel 3, WISC TV, News 3 Now, and Channel 3000, who have made me feel very, very welcome. I'm doing a promotional photo video shoot today. At Lambeau Field, outside. You know, my guy Ross is coming up. He's an awesome dude. This is outside my comfort zone. I will report back tomorrow on how it goes. But your one piece of advice before we say farewell for today would be what?
Be yourself. Don't try to do something different. Be you. Wear your Oregon shirt and shorts. Don't be all suited up like Frankie. Just be who you are.
Old school blazer. Straight out of the 70s.
I'm taking all my Channel 3 gear. I'm taking sport coats at Ross's behest, dress shirts, polos. There's barely enough room in my car. So I'm a little bit nervous. I will let you know how it goes. I will be myself.
You're not going to be who you are. You're going to try to Frankie it, huh?
Phony.
I'm just doing what I'm told.
Interesting. That's not very authentic. All right.
I'll let you know how it goes. That's it for us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available